Peace. This is Spiritual Lifting with V. Let me get your soul swole. Today's topic is appreciation. I'm going to start on this subject matter by speaking on the way that we go through life. I think a lot of times that a lot of people look at what others have, what they don't, what they've been able to accomplish in this life and what they haven't. But we have to realize that what is ours and what is theirs. And where we're supposed to be is where we're supposed to be until we move ourselves to a greater point. And where they're supposed to be is where they're supposed to be. Just because someone has more material or more access to doesn't make them more spiritual, doesn't make their life better, doesn't make it greater. Hey, sometimes all of those things have made their life worse. A lot of times all of those things have made those people prisoners. Appreciate your freedom on a daily basis. Appreciate waking every minute, every hour, every second that you have in this life. I had to part two this, the appreciation. There will be 2 videos posted. Got cut off, but it's okay. You know, where I ended was just talking about the uniqueness of life and the beauty that we have within ourselves. And I think that a lot of times we just really don't and take it in. You know, foundation to creating oneself to be great, and well, one of the foundations, and you know, one's spirit to rise is appreciation. It goes along with gratitude, but it is very separate than gratitude. Again, I'm out in the cold and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. You get warm after a little bit of movement. It's the same way in life, right? Seems like things are stuck and they're slow, but with a little bit of practice, with a little bit of determination, consistency, you get better. And then you can, once you get to that point where you're better or you get good at something, then you start really appreciating the craft or the art or life in general, right? Stop. You know, when you're out, observe the bird, pick up the grass, pick up the dead, dry leaves, pick up a live leaf, touch a flower. Just have appreciation for the beauty that's all around you. You know, if there's a person or a family member or something you haven't done in a while, extend yourself. Reach out. Because everything plays a role in our lives, especially for the betterment of our lives. Sometimes we just don't see it. You know? How many times have you been held up in traffic or somebody cut you off and it made you make a different turn, and then that turn made you miss something that was way worse, or something happened and it put you there in the nick of time? Flow with the energy of the universe. Don't go against the grain. Appreciate each happening. Sometimes I know in life we are like, oh, this person is doing this and that to me and I don't understand why. But did you really look at the situation the way you should have? Sometimes things are revealed to us by the universe to keep us from being in a way worse situation. We should be appreciative sometimes these people do these revealings, because it allows us to be aware of the fact that, hey, you know what? Better now than later. Can you imagine? Whatever the situation is. Something to think about later. I think that as we go along in life, sometimes we just get so used to having certain things. Like how I told the story about the soap. I mean, it could go down the list. Toothpaste, lotion, I mean, whatever the hair oil, shampoo, conditioner, fingernail clippers. It's funny though. Before all those things existed, our ancestors lived. And they just did, and they were creative. But they were appreciated to be one with the universe and just living in this world that we live in. And somehow we've lost sight and track of that. How about being appreciative for our ancestors alone? I think that, when you start to break everything down and really view the way that we are now with all the comforts and just maybe step away from the comfortable and be appreciative and move yourself into the uncomfortable. You'd be surprised where it would take the mind, the body, the soul, and the spirit. I often fast, and a lot of times they're 23-hour-a-day fasts, and the last one I just did was a 3-month fast, which was 23 hours a day. And I can't begin to express enough each time the kind of appreciation I have for my spiritual body and myself. I'm not suggesting that for anybody. And yes, when I'm talking about fasting, no food whatsoever. Vegetarian, want to do eat. But in no means am I suggesting that for anyone. And this is still with working and everything else. All I'm saying is that sometimes we have to put ourselves in situations where our mind is focused on something deeper. During those times for me, I go into a deeper meditation and become very appreciative of, again, my spiritual energy, my soul, and myself, and the Father who raises me to a much higher level, and the opportunity to even have the mindset to even be this way. Something increasing my chakras and my energy and putting forth more positivity and love out here in the world. None of this is fake. All I can say is, again, have appreciation. Even the fact that I was making the first part of the video and the video cut off on me, I was actually going to delete it and start all over again, but I chose not to. Because I'm appreciative of that, because this allowed me some time to start touching on something else, and it wasn't going to be a part 2, but now it is a part 2. So I'm just going with the flow of the universe and appreciative of it, because now I can go into my day and have even more to think about. Because there's no mistakes. Nothing has to be negative. It all is positive. It's just how you use it. So with that, I'm going to end this one. I'm sorry if the second part wasn't as thorough as the first part. But there was just a few minor extra little tidbits I wanted to touch on. To all of you out there, have a blessed, beautiful day and rising. And with that, I'd like to say, remember, the children are what's most important. Remember, they are the future and we are the past. But at one point, we were the future. invocate and advocate love from your hearts today. And open your heart and your spirit. And walk in this way all day. Push out unconditional love for everyone that you come across. And think thoughts of joy. By the way, this episode was brought to you by Vision Grind Success. They did this wonderful shirt that I'm wearing, Night Owls. You can catch them on IG at Vision Grind Success, VGS.com on the internet. If you like it, order yourself one. They got many colors and many flavors. Thank you all for listening to me. This has been V with spiritual lifting. Be appreciative, people. Let me get your soul swole. Peace.